Mr. President, I, Mr. Marvin L. Cabalza, Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Technology, member of the graduating class 2020 of the Medical Colleges of Northern Philippines, hereby petition to confer to us the degree and titles we rightfully merit. Whereas we, the members of class 2020, have successfully complied with all the academic requirements and other essential requisites in compliance to our respective program policies, standards, guidelines set by the Commission on Higher Education. Whereas we upheld the vision, mission, philosophy, educational objectives, graduate attributes, and imbibe the core values of our beloved institution. Whereas our beloved institution has provided us with exemplary academic programs and co-curricular activities, developing our lifelong learning skills ready to face the future challenges in our respective chosen profession. Whereas the medical colleges of Northern Philippines has continuously provided us with adequate, relevant, responsive, and sufficient related learning experience in compliance to the set standards of the Professional Regulation Commission. Whereas our mighty institution has provided in our course of study varied learning programs necessary to prepare us, contribute to nation building. Wherefore, with all this full compliance of the necessary requisites, I, Mr. Marvin L. Cabalza, representing the graduating class of 2020 of the Medical Colleges of Northern Philippines, do hereby petition Mr. Christian R. Guzman, OIC President, to confer to us the degrees and titles we rightfully merit.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the following degrees and titles: Bachelor of Science in Physical Therapy, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology, Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy, Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Technology, Diploma in Midwifery, 2-year Dental Technology course, 2-year Pharmacy Aid course, and Caregiving NC2. Once again, Mr. President, the candidates for graduation batch 2020. Mr. President, since all the candidates presented have fulfilled all the requirements prescribed for the courses of study, I respectfully request that they be accepted and merited.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Medical Colleges of Northern Philippines, and the power vested by the Commission on Higher Education, I, Christian Roa Guzman, President of the Medical Colleges of Northern Philippines, now confer you the degrees, titles, and diplomas you rightfully merit. Having conferred on you your degrees, titles, and diplomas, I now ask you, mighty eagles, to virtually transfer your tassels from left to right. Once again, congratulations and soar high, mighty eagles.
Equipped with knowledge, skills, and experiences in leadership and management, strategic planning, research, resource generation and mobilization, psychological behavioral processes, human resource management and training, corporate communication, educational management, accreditation and certification processes. Our guest of honor utilizes all these for people's professional enhancement, organizational development, human resource advancement, ultimately contributing to social progress. She is currently a management consultant of the following companies in the Philippines: Alcat Incorporated, Densha Business Hub, Pasqua IT Solutions, Fernandina 88 Suites Hotel, Storage King, HotelFinder.ph, and General Santos Doctors Hospital. She has recently established her own psychological clinic named Your Help for family and relational concerns, corporate counseling, and management business processing. Among her significant accomplishments, she was a youth ambassador to the 26th Ship for Southeast Asian Youth Program and headed the Protocol Committee for Sustained Professional Decorum of Filipino participating youth in relation with other ASEAN counterparts. She was also a youth ambassador to the Japan-Philippines Friendship Program for the 21st century under the Social Development category and participated in the formulation of advocacies for social sustainability. She trained professionals across the Philippines in counseling, strategic planning, human resource management, research, human behavior in organization, and curriculum and instructional leadership. She participated in the formulation of policies and quality assurance procedures for organizational flow and direction. She is one of the few selected by the Commission on Higher Education in partnership with Ateneo de Manila University to evaluate the general psychology textbook and readings circulated in the country. She designed the English Enhancement Program framework of St. Paul University Philippines for ASEAN counterparts as well as students from Japan and Korea. She trained principals across the Philippines and Southeast Asia for curriculum and instructional leadership under the headship of the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization, Innovative Technology, CIMEO Inotech, towards a more responsive educational environment for the youth. Our guest of honor completed her Bachelor of Science in Psychology degree at St. Paul University Philippines, magna cum laude. Driven by her thirst for knowledge, she pursued her master's and doctorate degrees in psychology, public administration, and educational management. She has always been with the medical colleges of Northern Philippines and the International School of Asia and the Pacific from its early beginnings, and now as we go through the journey of PACOCOA accreditation and ISO certification. Our guest of honor worked closely with our Father Eagle, Dr. Ronald P. Guzman, a number of times in our institutional programs, retreats, and trainings. She has been at the forefront of inspiring every person, every organization achieve their full potential. All these through her selfless service. More than a colleague, more than a friend, she belongs to the bigger MCNP, ISAP family. She is currently the Executive Director of the Psychological Association of the Philippines. Let us welcome our guest of honor for the Pagtatapos 2020, Dr. Teresa Magigad Chu.
Good day to everyone. First, my salutation goes to the management, faculty members, parents, and of course to all of you dear graduates of medical colleges of Northern Philippines and the International School of Asia and the Pacific. I'd like to thank you for the honor you have accorded me by having chosen me as your commencement speaker. Your graduation is actually very remarkable. it will forever be remembered for two reasons. You're done with your collegiate milestone, and your milestone happens to fall on the pandemic season. This being the case, your graduation may also be evoking ambivalent feelings. You are excited because you're now a professional. At the same time, you may feel jittery because of the resounding news on different media channels that companies are closing. People are losing jobs, and these may even last for 3 to 5 years. So, is there some good news left? This may be your question to me now. My answer is, of course, yes. For the past 7 months, I've been closely working with your top management and middle management to make your learning borderless and relevant. At the height of the pandemic, when everyone was locked down in the confines of their homes, your schools have heightened all efforts to optimize the use of technology in making academic services available to you. Your education and learning continued, and the absence of physical interaction in the classroom has not hindered you to graduate on time. Don't you find hope and courage there? This means that the pandemic may have closed doors for employment, but it has opened more opportunities for endless possibilities. The globe and the world have now become a small neighborhood wherein a click of a finger enables communication and hence making education and work accessible to everyone. The certainties are very defined. Technology is opening all opportunities to people irrespective of race and origin. The key now is global competitiveness. But the question is, are you armed with a strong character to keep pace with this escalating global competitiveness? I believe that you do. MCNP and ISAP have made your degree a possibility amidst this pandemic, aside from having formed you to be equipped and responsive to what the future beholds. I have personally received feedbacks that many people are going through rough times sustaining their mental health nowadays. But here you are, ready to brush elbows with your age group, and you're about to create your own path towards professional liberation. You're lucky that prior to your graduation, you have experienced the pandemic challenges. Contrary to the pessimists who claim that it is the most unfortunate moment of our century, I would say that it is the most defining moment of our lives. I believe that, like me, you have observed three strong attributes that the pandemic has impressed on all of us, defining global competitiveness in its truest sense: compliance, resilience, and diversification have emerged to be the most important elements for survival. And having witnessed and experienced these, you are mentally preconditioned to deal with further challenges that tomorrow brings. First, compliance. The pandemic has taught us to follow health protocols and guidelines in order to survive. In the larger scale of things, we all need to comply in order to become competitive. We have to comply with standards, be it professional standards, that includes board examination, work standards, ethical and social standards, and personal standards. Second, resilience. The pandemic has taught us to make do with what we have and what we're going through. It has taught us that we need to adjust to strange occurrences, strange emotions and reactions, strange modalities of learning and working, and a strange home enclosure for 24/7 in order to survive. In the global parlance, you have to endure the tough times in order to survive professional competition. And the third, diversification. The pandemic has pushed us to go beyond what we are and become creative in order to survive. We have witnessed how professionals have gone beyond what they can do, aside from their usual work and preoccupations. We have seen plantitos and plantitas emerging from people losing their jobs. We see a lot of professionals selling their best home-cooked dishes in their online carinderia. Ukay-ukay vendors offering their goods via their online auctions, and sellers parking their cars and vans on the streets displaying fruits, chicharon, floor mats, and all kinds of goods. Name anything you like now, and you can have it at your doorstep. How convenient life has become, and how entrepreneurial people can be. In the same way, you must be willing to diversify when you will get into the real world of work. You must go beyond your comfort zone and try something new from time to time in order to stay relevant. While putting together these three strong attributes, compliance, resilience, and diversification, I leave you with this question. Are you not so fortunate because of the pandemic? My answer? You already have now what it takes to be globally competitive. And add the spices of hope and anticipation to compliance, resilience, and diversification, and you're ready for all possibilities. Well, when I was a young professional, I would always end up broke because I usually spend my money attending seminars and conferences where management would send me. But with hope and anticipation, I have bravely accepted all these professional development prospects. So, during the lockdown, instead of allowing the cabin fever to get into me, I made use of my trainings on distance learning and online education some 15 to 20 years ago. That's a long time to cope and look forward to the next day with a feeling of excitement. I was able to work with the MCNP and ISAP academic communities to foster academic breakthroughs using digitized data and learning platforms. And we made everything possible for you. I even got a new work appointment that enables me to interact with various persons in the country and even the globe. Reflecting on it now, what made me broke when I was younger made me more relevant 20 years after. It's nice to be broke after all. It has led me to become the professional that I am today. At this moment, I wish you to look back on what made you broke in the past and how you wish to spend what you will earn to make you a better professional. Let it become your inspiration to find your happiness and become a better person for others. At this point, I wish you well, dear graduates. I believe in your education and how your experiences have molded your strong character towards a brighter profession. I then challenge you to create your opportunities. Don't just wait for them. Lead the path and not just follow the road. Use compliance, resilience, and diversification as your armor when tougher times would come. And when days are too rough, look back and remember your home and school, where realities of life have started to open your eyes. By then, you get up, move again, and live your dreams anew. Until then, mabuhay MCNP and ISAP graduates. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I take pride in presenting to you the graduates of medical colleges of Northern Philippines, Class 2020. Bachelor of Science in Physical Therapy, Ampe Bernadette Agustin, Abulug, Cagayan. Arangorin Judeline Baligod, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Bangkud Kathleen Ivy Pamintuan, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Barbosa Laika May Lazaro, Bayombong, Nueva Vizcaya. De Jesus Clarice Gay Ameling,
Tabuk City, Kalinga. Domingo Lorraine Ivy Guerrero, recipient of Academic Distinction Award, San Manuel, Isabela. Donato Elijah Bautista, Angadanan, Isabela. Dumanggeng Lovely Ena Nimitz Owanya, Lamut, Ifugao. Gregorio Marie Carrie Philomin Marquez, Apari, Cagayan. Guzman Chelsea May Alam, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Ligutan Lay Ann Cabanyero, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Lucero Angeline Alam, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Mesa Mayet Ginukud, San Pablo, Isabela. Santela Arian May Acohido, Bayumbong, Nueva Vizcaya. Santilan Roslyn Arellano, Alakapan, Cagayan. And Unday Judian Tabag, Santa Ana, Cagayan. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Bachelor of Science in Physical Therapy, Class 2020. Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Bagiwan Fancy Joy Siblag, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Bayang Jobel Pamitan, Tuaw, Cagayan. Calpito Mary Chris Limos, Rizal, Kalinga. Corpus Cheryl Taberdo, Baggao, Cagayan. Dingil Ian Jasper Domingo, Tuaw, Cagayan. Dominguez Francesca Micaela Bandiwan, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Guaring Segmeri Ruth Laddit, Solana, Cagayan. Libay Judy Trinidad, Enrile, Cagayan. Lopez Rowena Kekegan, recipient of Academic Distinction Award, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Morales Norin Raimundo, Piat, Cagayan. Morillo Tricia May Pilas Pilas, Cabagan, Isabela. Pascual Gestoni Ero, Igig, Cagayan. Salud Jivea Jezreel Cortez, Alakapan, Cagayan. Tagarino Jonel Favor, Tuaw, Cagayan. And Taginod Charmaine Telan, Gamu, Isabela. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Class 2020. Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology. Abrenilia Giselle Bautista, Gataran, Cagayan. Adawe Karen Solig, Paracelis, Mountain Province. Agabas May Wanawan, Pasil, Kalinga. Agustin Frances J. Abana, Apari, Cagayan. Alcantara Giselle Baklas, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Anguluan Jenemar Macarubo, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Bacaricas June Carlo Ansiado, San Juan City, Manila. Baclea Ann Zane Bakay, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Bagasol Ivy Jade Molina, Sanchez Mira, Cagayan. Balikaw Nikashine Kalubat, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Balisi Mark Stephen Panaga, Cabagan, Isabela. Balad Lester Joseph Mora, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Bangloy Brennan Katubag, Connor Apayao, Batara Precious Rodriguez, Quirino Isabela, Vialba Lovelyn Joy Ronquillo, Lalo Cagayan, Bilguera May Borromeo, Nagilian Isabela, Binasoy Rica Pagalilawan, Enrile Cagayan, Bulan Christian Makadangdang, Kabagan Isabela, Bulaki Joanna Marie Arcilia, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan, Bulseco Karen May Saking, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan, Bunuan Princess de la Cruz, Baggao, Cagayan, Kadawas Charlene Makiraya, Pamplona, Cagayan, Kagurangan Merva Delia, Igig, Cagayan, Como Patricia Gail Suyu, Peñablanca, Cagayan, Cruz Ryan Awingan, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan, Dagyo Sara Maricon May Cosidon, Luna Apayao, De la Cruz Sharina Tayug, Santo Domingo Ifugao, De la Torre Jerisa Cabildo, Alcala, Cagayan, Dubla Eris Bon Benjok, Tabuk City, Kalinga, Edilio Villa Dumlao, Solana, Cagayan, Espiritu Marian Lizel Javier, Calayan, Cagayan, Ferrer Ana Charis Malazab, Tumawini Isabela, Forto Ronald Laman, Tumawini Isabela, Galisinao Michi Gail Kanaya, Santo Tomas Isabela, Gamad Camille Turingan, Tabuk City, Kalinga, Gamaru Ma Christine Joy Pagulayan, San Pablo Isabela, Gitu Michael Aurelio, Igig, Cagayan, Jomoles Pia Karen Alegre, Kabagan Isabela, Lakiste Dexter Dave Bakyal, Delphine Albano Isabela, La Forga Catherine Joy Anunas, Lalo, Cagayan, Legeplep Jefford Amboni, Pinukpuk, Kalinga, Likayan Maria Angela Bakiran, Ilagan City, Isabela, Lucas Edelina Guhep, Asipulo, Ifugao, Lucena Queenie Revilla, Malig, Isabela, Lupao Karen Gomgom O, Tabuk City, Kalinga, Maborang Raycar Maduli, Tabuk City, Kalinga, Makasing Yvonne Dimalanta, Tabuk City, Kalinga, Manuel Laika May Mojado, Gamu, Isabela, Marcos Ernst Leo Cañedo, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan, Mariano Jamina Joy Sibucano, Luna Apayao, Martinez Harriet Malyavo, Gamu, Isabela, Martinez Janelle Collado, Kataran, Cagayan, Masukat Desa May Belaya, Santiago City, Medina Jeline Banutan, Solana, Cagayan, Meman Judith Marie Zipagan, Kabagan, Isabela, Mendoza Joneza Kakayuran, Tuwao, Cagayan, Miguel Mariel Fernandez, San Pablo, Isabela, Nario Wilfred Lester Tumolva, Ilagan, Isabela, Ong Lovely Joy Kilang, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Pagigan Landin Faith Esteban, Tumawini Isabela. Pasaraba John Andre Rivera, Apari, Cagayan. Patawi Lovely Reynalyn Aleta, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Peneira Noreen Joyce Tugawen, Santa Ana, Cagayan. Petate Ruby Rose Brazil, Alacapan, Cagayan. Piano Lady K. Zuniga, Luna, Apayao. Pilor Abigail Joyce Liwanag, Lamut, Ifugao. Ramos Karen Carranza, Pamplona, Cagayan. Ramos Princess Novea Batan, Flora, Apayao. Ranho Jerlibet Medrano, Cabagan, Isabela. Remio Tricia May Zamudio, Jones, Isabela. Rivera Brian James Sagadraca, Santo Tomas, Isabela. Sabugal Camille Ragasa, Baggaw, Cagayan. Salas Princess Ann Zipagan, Cabagan, Isabela. Salvador Ma Isabel Somera, Delphine Albano, Isabela. Salvador Shaira Pulido, Rojas, Isabela. Sanut Judian Rumbawa, Baggaw, Cagayan. Sera Isnuki Bulan, Tuwaw, Cagayan. Sibal Roxanne Sangab, Solana, Cagayan. Santo Tomas Menchi Marcelo, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Taala Freli Jane Jimenez, Ballesteros, Cagayan. Taboag Gima Joy Atal, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Tabay Kimberly Jane Marukin, Flora, Apayao. Takaban Andrea Paragua, San Pablo, Isabela. Taguba Cheska Modales, Nagilian, Isabela. Taguba Ma Jamaica M, Apari, Cagayan. Tagyam Hana Talia Ontiveros, Apari, Cagayan. Tamayaw Justin Rachel Tamayaw, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Tangilan Ana Marie Ganaban, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Tangilan Hubbard Lee Perez, Madela, Quirino. Tuerca Reynaldo Jr. Bawidang, Lista, Ifugao. Tulyao Jennifer Pagulayan, Peñablanca, Cagayan. Umayam Jeremy Kate Nicolas, Cabatuan, Isabela. Urbino Criza May Lacar, Peñablanca, Cagayan. Valdez Jason Giyab, Tumawini, Isabela. Valencia Rail May Salvador, Amulong, Cagayan. Vargas Aligia May Lorenzo, Lalo, Cagayan. Villegas Jansher Marfield, Nagilian, Isabela. Enzingapan Mark Aldrin Miguel, Quirino, Isabela. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology, Class 2020. Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy, Agbulos Gemma Medico, Alcala, Cagayan. Alamo Stephanie John Ramos, Kawayan City, Isabela. Alejandre Marie Aslin Esmino, Leyte, Leyte. Aliten Eliza May Balwalwa, Flora, Cagayan. Alvarez Christine Joy Marantan, Kamalanyugan, Cagayan. Amogawen Janine Mateo, Rizal, Kalinga. Andres Jaylin Cansejo, Lasam, Cagayan. Angala Hexon Jab Liaban, Gamu, Isabela. Balubal Jaila Bernales, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Banan Jenny Lewilin Pascua, Solana, Cagayan. Bakiran May Angelic Nepal, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Baruga Emmy Joy Banutan, Solana, Cagayan. Basig Lorraine Faye Guzman, Enrile, Cagayan. Benitez Jances Faith Tesoro, Baggao, Cagayan. Bumaltaw Alona Sumait, Alcala, Cagayan. Cababaro John Dale Acosta, Delphine Albano, Isabela. Canales Justin Nicole Agustin, Peñablanca, Cagayan. Caryaga Arian Rose Madriaga, Delphine Albano, Isabela. Caryaga Johanna Maris Kakal, Ilagan City, Isabela. Casela Nicole Ava de la Cruz, San Mariano, Isabela. Celerico Sheila May Erica Cortalia, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Codal Marie Claire Macanig, Solana, Cagayan. Copas Phone Sheridan Kinaw, Tabuk City, Kalinga. De Leon Jepta Michelle Mangusad, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. De la Cruz Hazel Martin, Baggao, Cagayan. De la Cruz Leia Dayan Malanang, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Diaz Rayver Valdez, Ilagan City, Isabela. Domingo Joverly Galarce, Gamu, Isabela. Duldulaw Renelin Lakiste, Quezon, Isabela. Duque Gibson Antonio, Echage, Isabela. Eslabon Josel Anduritan, Apari, Cagayan. Esperanza Maida Taginod, Solana, Cagayan. Flores Lovelyn Roa, Bugay, Cagayan. Garcia Lenmar Joy Romero, Santa Ana, Cagayan. Garcia Pilar Marilyn Joy Asena, Apari, Cagayan. Layus Jamela Jace Baletbet, Claveria, Cagayan. Lungan Angeline Karangian, Enrile, Cagayan. Mabatan Crizamay Quaresma, Gonzaga, Cagayan. Mapakpak Lori May Season, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Molina Jeneline Roxanne Oreña, Santa Teresita, Cagayan. Onalan Danalu Apocaw, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Paredes Maria Angelica, Amulong, Cagayan. Razon Vince Bacunot, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Romero Janaline Raimundo, Apari, Cagayan. Sabaluca Mayrald Queen Rapids, San Isidro, Isabela. Sebastian Roxanne Joy Villanueva, Bugay, Cagayan. Siblawan Alex May A, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Tipon Mia Norin de la Cruz, Echage, Isabela. Umbanya Kathleen Joy Ramirez, Gonzaga, Cagayan. Villegas Zaira Lee Tabangkura, Tuwao, Cagayan. Yagyagon Emeline Gumowang, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Yumul Glance Hazel Antonio, Gonzaga, Cagayan. And Yuson Marie Joy Bernardo, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy, Class 2020. Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Technology. Agub Nicole May Soriano, Cabagan, Isabela. By Christian Mark Bose, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Cabalsa Marvin Liman, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Catral Jorikson II Araw, Enrile, Cagayan. Digap Christine Joey Lagran, Lasam, Cagayan. Galyot Richard James, Solana, Cagayan. Gimpayan Edsel Botal, Lagawe, Ifugao. Lagman Gerald Alejandro, Echage, Isabela. Malilin Jmar Villamin, Solana, Cagayan. Mamagu Ronnie Latawan, Connor, Apayao. Napoles Ian Timothy Calata, Apari, Cagayan. Palataw Charmaine Shin Sumile, Tuguegarao City. Sevilla Jessa Paraino, Ilagan, Isabela. Tercio Alex Andre Salvador, Apari, Cagayan. Vega John Ismael Urian, Lasam, Cagayan. And Verzo Gian Benedict Perlas, Alcala, Cagayan. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Technology Class 2020. 2-year midwifery course. Barba Sheila Marie Lagar, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Buendia Christine K. Vuelta, Gataran, Cagayan. Kabang Angelina Ramirez, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Dagdag Ronalyn Tangilan, Solana, Cagayan. Fiesta Stephanie Nasino, Igig, Cagayan. Kendangan Evangeline Lakbayo, Peñablanca, Cagayan. San Jose Yvonne Gatotos, Baggao, Cagayan. Tadiwan Angela May Mendoza, Delphine Albano Isabela, and Wansian Aimee Adaway, Connor, Apayao. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of 2-year midwifery course, Class 2020. 2-year dental technology course. Abordahe Dieter Katilod, Baggao, Cagayan. Arindon Dexter Alipio, Gataran, Cagayan. Dasun Sarah Jane Celino, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Domingo Angeline Alcaide, Gataran, Cagayan. Domingo Jasmine Natividad, Baggao, Cagayan. And Langiden Krisha May Garan, Santa Ana, Cagayan. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of 2-year dental technology course Class 2020. 2-year pharmacy aid course. Agbayani Vanessa Mahinay, Santa Ana, Cagayan. Cum laude Floricel Requimin, Alcala, Cagayan. And Dagson Shinadine Awel, Pasil, Kalinga. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of 2-year pharmacy aid course Class 2020. Caregiving NC2. Adviento Jefferson Burgos, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Bugawen Irene Anol, Connor, Apayao. Ilaw Marian Turingan, Solana, Cagayan. And Malilin Alanis Duran, Tuwao, Cagayan. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Caregiving NC2 Class 2020. Once again, the graduates of Medical Colleges of Northern Philippines Class 2020.
To our OIC President, Sir Christian Roa Guzman. Executive Vice President, Madam Wilma Roa Guzman. Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Presenita C. Agoon. Vice President for Innovations and External Initiatives, Attorney Cristina Guzman Natividad. Our honored guest, Dr. Maria Teresa Magigad-Chu, Deans, faculty, family, and friends, to my fellow graduates, and all the people who have been streaming live at their homes. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Lorraine Ivy Guerrero Domingo from the College of Physical Therapy. As a representative of Batch 2020, I would like to offer you my warmest welcome to our graduation ceremony. Good morning and a blessed day to all of us. First and foremost, I would like to give praises and thanks to our Almighty God for this amazing day that He had blessed us. And for our beloved institution, the Medical Colleges of Northern Philippines and International School of Asia and the Pacific, for pushing through our graduation that seems impossible while ensuring everyone's safety. Before I begin, I would like to share my feelings with my fellow graduates. I know this is far from what we have imagined. We don't have that long graduation march, the nostalgic feeling while wearing our black togas, the handshakes as we receive our diplomas on stage, and the graduation group photos that we keep looking forward to. These days seemed impossible, but with technology and the efforts of our institution, we were able to celebrate this amazing day at the comfort of our homes. Indeed, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, a history that our batch will be known for. Exactly 10 months and 11 days today, we had the very first case of COVID here in the Philippines. At that same month, we were already excited about our graduation peaks, despite the fact that we still have our research defenses. We thought that this virus would just go away, just like a typical flu, but it's not. COVID became a worldwide pandemic. Philippines was put into lockdown came March 2020, and so we are forced to go back to our hometowns. And that was exactly 3 months away from our expected graduation day. I'm sure none of us expected this to happen. But looking back to our college days, it was just like this pandemic, and each one of us had our positive and negative days. Most of the times, negatives overpowered positives about our studies, our instructors, our classmates, and ourselves. We hated everything. We just wanted our college days to end quickly as much as possible. Because of those case presentations, the practicals, we wouldn't want to hear that bell ring again every 30 seconds. The oral revalidas, the RA for interns, the 4-term exams every semester, those everyday quizzes in almost all of our subjects, and mostly the research. But the positive thing is, despite those sleepless nights, loads of paperworks, those 7:30 a.m. run in the stairways, those bonuses that we didn't get because we don't know the name of our teachers, those days that our names and index cards were picked first. Those last-minute review right before our test papers were given, and of course the review after the exams. We knew that those days would come to an end. We still managed to have those late-night hangouts with our friends and sometimes end up climbing our boarding house gates. Some of us even had their dates and experienced breakups. Someone even entered their classes without taking a bath or wear jackets just to hide the fact that they don't wear their uniforms. Remember all the fun we used to have, the joy in our lives, the stupidity, the hurt, and the failures, because this will serve as our reminders about how strong we are. And just like this pandemic, MCNP ISAP is our own frontliner, our own source of energy. They guide and help us to go back to our own feet, to keep our sanity intact, and to face every challenges that comes in our way, stronger than we were yesterday. While looking for some motivations about this speech, I've come across this famous proverb saying, "It takes a whole village to raise a child," which means it needs a joint effort of everyone surrounding us to become the person that we are meant to be. With that, I would like to commend all the people who became part of our journey towards our success. To our late Father Eagle, Dr. Ronald P. Guzman, it was of great honor and pride that our batch was able to meet you in person and shared with us your values that indeed change how we view our lives. Your mantra, study, study, study and pray, is one of the things that keep us going. Indeed, you had a very unique way of inspiring your students. To our deans and instructors, you taught us everything we needed to excel in our chosen fields. Thank you for building our confidence to believe in ourselves, for always giving us the courage, and for teaching us to fight for our dreams and goals in our lives. MCNP ISAP won't be complete with our administration and staff. To our librarians, thank you for your warm welcome every time we hang out in the library. To our registrars and admin workers, thank you for always making sure that our documents were complete, but we hope that you'd smile more often. To our canteen and utilities staff, thank you for being the backbone of this institution. To our friends, classmates, and schoolmates, thank you for making our college life more bearable. You have always been an energy that inspires us to move forward. Thank you for all the friendly competitions that made us wiser and bolder. And most importantly, I would like to express my utmost gratitude and appreciation to our parents, guardians, family, and loved ones, who have always been there since day one, who became our main source of inspiration. This is all for you. And for our relatives who expressed their help, may it be financial or emotional support, thank you. And please allow me to special mention my mother, a solo parent. No words could express how grateful I am. And to my father, who joined our Almighty God ahead of us, I know I made you proud. Above all, to our Almighty God, who always gave us strength, knowledge, and wisdom in everything we do. All of this we offer to you. Class of 2020, the world is ready for us to come with every skills we have been equipped with during our times at MCNP and ISAP. We graduated at a time in history when our world was dealing with enormous challenges. But we are the class of 2020, and we are stronger than this. It was definitely strange to give a speech to a bunch of lights and microphones instead of a live audience. But it was a really fun experience. Graduation is not an end goal itself, because what lies ahead is what success truly means. Our board exams are waving. Let us all face it with open arms and never let our fears decide our future. May we all be successful in our chosen fields. I was hoping to hear all of you, but please join me and together we say, Aliman now today, tomorrow the world. Congratulations, COVID Batch 2020. Soar high, mighty eagles. Padayon, future top-notchers.
Please raise your right hand in a form of pledging and follow after me. We, the graduates of medical colleges of Northern Philippines, pledge to you, alma mater dear, that we shall uphold thy honor, thy symbol, and thy name, to the best of our abilities, and to wherever fate may take us. In the road of life, we shall forever remember thy teachings. In the Spirit of God as our guide, we shall take pride of the medical colleges of Northern Philippines as one that gave us hope for a better life. So now, we finally pledge to serve our fellow men in the precepts of humanity for the glory of God and our country. So help us God.
Graduates, raise your right hand as a form of pledging and follow after me. I state your name, a graduate of the medical colleges of Northern Philippines, do hereby solemnly pledge that I shall discharge my duties and responsibilities to the best of my ability as a member of the MCNP Alumni Association. I further solemnly swear to uphold its bylaws, keep the ideals of my alma mater, and to keep the MCNP culture of excellence for the glory of our God and our country. So help me God. Congratulations, Batch 2020.
All the joys that crown the glorious strife, beloved MCNP were born amidst the clamor and the deafening need. You were conceived to be born to serve. What matters if the winding road be rough? Your mission vision will carry you out to bring about the quality of life wherever may your graduates reside. All hail the medical colleges, the medical colleges of Northern Philippines. Your sons and daughters pledge to thee their loyalty and Pagtatapos. Long live, beloved MCNP, Deum et Patriam Serviam. To our beloved God and country, we pledge to serve dear MCNP. Long live, beloved MCNP, Deum et Patriam Serviam. To our beloved God and country, we pledge to serve dear MCNP.
Thank you.